Sucking on my own dick, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my penis.
Sucking on my dick, my penis is
That's what happens when your streaming service goes bankrupt.
R.I.P. to Robbie's only credit.
My one credit. Well, now I've got the Anthony Cumia show.
That's true. Hey, you're back.
I'm back,
Oh,
baby.
you were on
I'm
the
back.
Anthony Cumia show?
Yes, I was.
Hell
Sorry.
yeah, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Wait,
It was-
was he there?
Yeah, it was me, Ant, and Dave Landau just fucking talking about the news of the day.
Holy
him-
shit.
Did you get to see his
Him
gun?
getting. No, he didn't bring his gun.
Or is he going on
his-
Loud Boys?
I don't think he even remembers me. I think he immediately black-holed that episode as soon as it was over. But I'm pretty sure he had coronavirus. It was like in late December, and his voice was like completely gone. He was like sneezing and cough. It was very disturbing to watch. He was very sick.
That was probably from screaming at his 23-year-old girlfriend until 1 second before it aired.
I just joined.
You cunt! Why can't you be younger?
Robbie, we were
It was
on
so
that-
funny because I know on the group chat, it's like, I'm like, am I a Republican? But then Ant's there and I'm talking to him and he's like, yeah, it's fucking sick how the Republicans brought a bunch of Chick-fil-A into a meeting that they weren't invited to. And I was like, you fucking shut the fuck up, dude. That's so lame.
I got really mad, Robbie, recently because I love to think that you're like a Republican and judge you. You know that. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
I know.
So when you posted
and
your-
it's fun
and
to
you
lean
love
in.
it also.
I love to lean in as Nick does.
Yeah, you have to lean in.
But when you posted your political compass thing in the Coward Hour Discord, I then took it myself and it was like identical, and I was like, I'm not posting this. I'm not letting Robbie have this.
Yes. Look, man, I'm a man of principles. People
But
don't
they
like
haven't
that these
changed
days.
the questions since like
Well, hang on,
2000 they haven't changed the question since like 2001, so it's like, do you think marriage should be between a man and a woman?
This is so funny.
I
I can't
know.
wait to have the conversation with Isaac where I'm like, did you know that Brendan didn't realize that he and Robbie are very similar? That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. As Isaac judges me from his ant-infested bed, just on a hill of ants, like what a
Yeah.
retard.
while Isaac sits atop a hill of ants, sucking on an ice cube for nutrients.
Isaac, one of the smartest guys I know, who lives like as if he's one of the dumbest guys I know. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm excited to get in that house. I can't wait.
are you moving in, Nick?
Yeah, in like a week.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! That's
Yeah,
gonna be
dude.
great.
He's entering the ant hole.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
apparently Isaac just paid for a fucking. He had an exterminator come and like try to like kill all the ants. And the minute he left, he was like, "I don't think that did anything at all." He's like, "I just dropped a lot of money on that exterminator."
Can you guys please call it, because it was the Mean Boys house for a while.
Right.
You guys got to call it Bam's Castle West now. Or Castle Bam West.
Yeah, we have a tub full of piss. That's one of the events.
Yo, I'm Isaac Hirsch, and this is Sleep on Ants.
Bam had his house on Airbnb for a little bit. It'd be funny. Next time I go home, instead of staying with my parents, I just stay at Castle Bam.
Dude, you have to do that.
Yeah. It was so sad. He posted on like Instagram. It was just like a shot of like a pool table with like the him logo in the bricks of a fireplace behind it. And he's like, yeah, got Castle Bam on Airbnb. If any skaters or bands want to stay, it's free of charge. And it's like,
Oh my God.
he just wants friends. And then there's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you can see a 6-pack like almost in frame. You're like, aw.
Do you remember? So
Aw.
Bam went to like rehab or whatever, right? Like that was like
Mhm.
when he came back into like cultural awareness. What did he go to rehab? What happened? Did he have a concussion?
Well, he did.
Well,
yeah,
he-
he did stand up with Vinny Beetle for a
No,
while.
this was before that.
No, this
that.
was before that. Well, he had that dubstep project called
Oh, right,
Fuckface
right.
Unstoppable.
Because I
Oh,
remember,
right.
like,
yeah,
he-
yeah, yeah. Okay.
before things really went bad, the whole thing was like Bam doesn't even remember how to skate anymore. Like that. Do you remember that? Like when and then a video like Bam was like in dire straits, and then a video came out of him like successfully skating, and everyone was like, "Oh, Bam turned it around. Everything's gonna be okay." And then the stand-up tour with Vinny Beetle, like he had this,
Yeah, the work
peak.
I was supposed to.
Oh, we lost.
Robbie froze.
So there's that show where he melted down and yelled at the manager.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Yeah, you better start. Just tell
I
the story
went-
over again.
Okay, so that show where he melted down and yelled at the manager and all that stuff. I was actually going there to hang out,
Oh my
and
God.
I got there right in the aftermath of all that shit. It was pretty funny. The only guy there
Robbie,
was
you're in the background of every event in comic history.
Robbie
I'm
is
the
he's
wor-
oh my God, dude.
I'm Where's Waldo.
Yeah. I was gonna say Forrest Gump, but you have no success, so it's where's
Yeah.
Waldo?
Yeah. Hey man, I've been on the Anthony Cumia show.
That is
all
true.
right?
That is more than I can say.
That's true. That is a bigger break than I'll ever have, I suppose.
Absolutely.
And it's almost worse than having no credit.
It's a negative break. All it can do is keep you from more opportunities.
Yeah.
Hey man, I know Ryan Long.
It's like when Shane asked me to do what was his Anthony Cumia Network show?
Fair one.
Yeah, it's like when he asked me to do a fair one, which like wouldn't help me at all. It would only get me banned from every venue in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, a fair one, which at the time was like one of the less popular shows on Compound Media.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, man.
That was a good show though. I listened to a few of those.
Yeah,
Very funny.
I might go back and listen to some of those.
It's good. Tommy Pope, I like that guy a lot.
Dude,
He's great.
Very funny.
another guy where it's like literally he's Tim used to put it. He's like, yeah, he's a hotter Robert Downey Jr. Why isn't he successful?
I don't get it because he's really funny. He seems like a cool guy, and he's like,
jacked.
yeah, he's a really good looking guy. So it's like, what's missing here? I think it's he missed the boat on Northeastern accents by like
Really?
10 years in one. I don't know. Like he has such a thick accent, right?
I guess
I don't
that's
know.
true.
No, wait, or did he lose it? I don't know.
I thought Tommy
Anyway.
didn't have that thick of an accent. I thought he could like turn it on. and
He changed his accent so he just sounds like a normal guy. He just kind of sounds like this now, but he should have
Right.
kept the thick accent because that would have like made him more distinguishable in Hollywood, maybe.
off. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Burth.
That was Tim's observation as well, not mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
Tim is so good at fucking observing. We
Yeah.
got a whole show about it, actually.
Yeah. The observe and report. That's what Tim's great at. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. The end of this show is I get my dick out and Tim shoots me.
And he goes, reasonable beef.
This is.
And Barn Dog's
yeah,
like,
I'll say
please
it."
call the hospital.
Well, we're thinking about
Three-headed paramedic.
yeah,
I'm dying now.
every time you made me do that, I would get so furious.
I know, he could tell.
Yeah, I don't like games on a podcast. That was the problem with I Love Movies. It was fun banter, and then just like, now play my game. It's a very nerd king move.
Yeah,
I like Tim's
definitely.
games though; they're kind of fun. But the best is the banter, baby. Remember when we like another bad advice thing, Brendan, that we were talking about? Every podcast, it was like you have to have a theme, and like podcasts with themes fucking suck.
No, yeah, I mean the only podcast with themes, like, because I recently just went through like the top 200 on iTunes, and it's like all of these are like if it has a theme, it's from like NPR.
Right. I
Right.
think that
yeah.
comedy podcasts with themes suck. I like informational podcasts.
Yeah.
No, yeah, sure.
That's
I
true.
don't want to hear like actors just banter, but
Yeah, I
uh,
also realized going through that I was like, oh, comedy are not the most popular podcasts by a long shot.
Not even fucking dude. That is not what people mainly use podcasts for.
no. Well, Rogan is still is huge.
But is Rogan a comedy podcast?
It's not a funny podcast.
No, it's not funny, but it is like a comedian doing a podcast. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's an element of it. I think a big part of his success. It started with it being a comedy podcast and has weirdly snowballed into this huge. It's kind of bizarre, the Joe Rogan experience. It's very weird. It's weird that it is such a behemoth.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened.
I can't believe, like, it's wild that 2020 has been so horrible that I'm now on the side of, like, not giving everybody a platform. Like, when I look back at, like, various Joe Rogan interviews I listened to, like, 3 hours of, I'm like, that was not good
Well,
for me.
it's just weird. Like, it is weird when he has guys on and Joe just isn't smart enough to, like, push back. Like, it's weird. Like, he'll have somebody on who he won't question, then he'll have somebody on the very next day who, like, contradicts, like, all of their stances, and his reaction is exactly the same. Which,
Well, that's
like,
the best. It's the best and worst thing about him because every
Right.
other news outlet or media thing. I mean, I agree. He should put. You get frustrated listening to that shit, and he doesn't push back. But then it's also like, well, every other media thing goes in with an agenda when they interview somebody, and that's probably why he's successful. Is he just because he lets people talk?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, why are we having Steven Crowder on this? But, like, the guy isn't funny. His ideas are retarded. Like, what? Like,
Because I think Joe likes having all perspectives on it. I think that, and that's a big part of his success is because it's the same fucking reason. Like, because there's no like, there's few not insane outlets for like conservative points of view in the media, and that's
Right.
why he's successful. Also, Joe, I'll also say this. This is also not my point, but I borrowed it. He's one of the only mainstream things that caters to the young male demographic at all. So they all go to him. That's why he's so big, and because every other thing is so tightly controlled now. I mean, it's a pure reaction of that.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
my
why it's
little
so big.
brother, when I would talk to him, like when he was in college, him and his like baseball friends got into comedy through Rogan, so they were all into like Joey Diaz and stuff.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, dude, I'm touring
Yeah,
apartments right now.
comedy
I told-
being for like male nerds is gone forever.
Well, it wasn't ever supposed to be mostly for male nerds. Remember when we were kids? Dane Cook, huge.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It was supposed to be the nerds did comedy to entertain the jocks, much like a jester and a king.
Yeah.
I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, I was touring apartments, and the guy, I think because he knew I was a comic, when I came in, he was playing Bobby Lee podcasts.
Hell
And I came in and I was like,
Right?
oh yeah, yeah, honestly. And he was like, yeah, dude, I love these guys. And I was like, yeah. Some of those guys are pretty funny. I like Bobby Lee. And he was like, you know who I love? Brendan Schaub. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, and this is what I said. I was like, oh yeah, he has like cool shoes, I've heard.
Yeah, dude, his special is fucking unbelievable.
I love that he does Chinese voice just for a Chinese guy that talks normally. That's like the greatest. I mean, honestly, respect.
Who is he impersonating?
It's his doctor or something, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a doctor that treated him during MMA, and he names the doctor, and he's like, and then my doctor said, "Oh, we fix you right now." And then they
it's
do
like
an interview with it, and then but there's video footage of the doctor, and he's just like, and then we operated on Brendan, and it was totally fine.
oh
And
my
it sucks
God.
that that's the guy who gets to do like the approach to comedy that we like.
I know,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, even like I was talking to Nick.
So
We're
it-
behind the paywall, right?
We're behind
Yeah.
the paywall, dude.
All right. I was talking to. I mean, you guys made this point, but like even like Andrew Schultz, who's like a nice guy and like does like problematic comedy for the mainstream. He
Right.
kind of sucks. Like I was trying to listen to his podcast earlier, and it's like unlistenable. It's like so morning
it's like
zoo.
when I think of like I'm trying not to do this anymore, but if you look at comedy as like two sides, a lot of the people on our side suck as much as the people on the other side. Where it's like you'll look at who the people are who do the comedy that on paper would be for us, that's like getting mainstream attention, and it's like just hacks. It's horrible.
Yeah, like Ryan, yeah.
I'll contend though that even though like guys like Lewis Jay Gomez aren't the funniest guys, they're actually at least creating an atmosphere where new guys can be funny, and whereas
Sure.
the other side is
I mean,
not
some
doing
of
that
them
at all.
are, but
I would say so. I mean, at least in New York. I don't know how LA is. Like
LA,
I think
LA doesn't have that. I feel like in New York, the different levels kind of interact more. But here, it's like,
well, there's that
Yeah.
divide of like Brooklyn idiots, but there's also like The Stand and Lewis. And look, there's people associated with all that stuff that are
Yeah.
huge retards.
I mean,
But
Good
out-
people on both sides.
Out
right,
here,
right?
Good people
out
on both
here,
sides.
if you're not in line with like the alt like scene, you'll just never get booked on anything where you will even meet a comic who like could help you.
I know, and I think that's what I couldn't stand about LA, and I'm glad I got out. Like, I miss you guys, and I miss a lot of the funny comics that, I see everyone out there, and I'm like, you should come to New York, you guys, because I see you guys hurting. Everyone's hurting in LA, at least before all this. Now everyone's just fucked, so who cares where you are? But before this, it was like, I see all these people like, ooh, I know what you want to say, but you can't because your little LA gay bubble is like going to be like, DMing you later. Everyone operates so in fear in LA. And when I came to New York, it was literally like coming, I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I don't see a scenario where stand up is like a path for me no matter where I am
Oh,
geographically
no.
anymore.
Stand up is dead. I was just thinking there's no reason to even fucking do it unless you genuinely love it. There's like no, like doing it to get a career. No, don't. It's a
I mean,
waste
I do
of time.
genuinely love it, but I wouldn't be allowed to do it on any level where it'd be enjoyable.
right.
I know.
It's like,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If I like doing comedy for the love of it now would mean like I love going to flappers.
Oh, that's exactly like you love comedy, but what you love is doing these shows. But like it's getting less and less. We're getting funnier and getting booked less. It's like a weird time. I mean, before this, it was like a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets to the point like, how do I even rank my ability? Because I haven't been in front of more than 100 people in years.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And you also point out, like, you compare yourself to comics who are getting big and like, well, they can kill and I can't. But then it's like, well, they've also gotten way more opportunities, so they've grown at an exponential rate than I am. So,
Yeah, it's
you
like
have to,
it's like we're a plant growing in a pot of pebbles, and then we look
Yeah.
over at someone who's like a little taller of a plant in fertilizer. We're
Right.
like, oh, I guess they are better than me.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, it's like we're running with weights on, and some like like we're running with weights on, but like a Special Olympics runner, just because he doesn't have fucking weights on, is like lapping us. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
I didn't mean to make it Special Olympics.
Or
but I
it's
don't know
like
what
a
else to
Special
say.
Olympics guy is like sitting down and they're like, wow, he's running so fast. You're like, he's literally not running. They're like, well, in many ways, that's running now.
Well, you need to analyze your perspective where you think what you're doing is running. And it's like, I already have
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weights on. It's already so much harder for me. Why are you giving him even more attention?
This is one of those times where like I feel like I must sound like such an arrogant dickhead, but I almost don't care.
But
Kind
you,
of it,
you,
Like
would-
I
you
know,
would-
like the plan analogy. I feel like to people I sound insane, but also in my heart I'm like, that's true.
if almost every funny comic that I thought was hilarious, yourself included, I would think that this would be arrogant talk if I didn't have this same fucking discussion with like every other comic who's actually
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you look at someone, you're like, how do you get booked every single night, and then you're on Colbert doing medium to okay? It's like if I had the stage time you do, I would be like, I don't know, I'd be way better than I am now, and I'm
Well, yeah, I sent Nick that clip. I don't know if Brendan, you were in the chat, but I sent it, and it was just like a guy just like doing a 1 minute setup to like a Twitter punchline, and even Tim was like, "How the fuck did that get filmed? Like, how do they have?"
Yeah, it's weird to see
it's-
even like who the white guys are who make it. You're like, what the?
Well,
fuck
who
is
are
this
they?
guy?
Who's making it mainstream? Who's like the token? Like not like even Schultz and Tim Dillon completely made their success is outside the
Yeah,
industry.
I guess.
so-
I mean,
but
the
their
guys I'm
success-
thinking of are like, I guess. I mean, I don't want to shit on them. But the guys
True.
I'm thinking of is like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, I guess they did Conan once and now are like a feature.
Right. Well, do you remember the rush of when Shane got SNL? Like, because it had been so long since someone I thought was funny got a break. Like
Yeah,
it had
dude.
been so long, you know what I mean?
When
And,
Tommy got made,
that
it was like we were all made.
yeah, yeah,
It's literally that. That is exactly what happened.
yeah.
It was
yeah.
like that, but if Henry Hill had not spoken to Tommy in over a year, and he was like, "See, we're all getting made."
yeah, yeah. And then somehow Henry Hill got shot instead of Tommy. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get fucking made, dude.
Yeah. But the independent success of like Schultz and Dylan isn't to be discounted because like they're making better money than people who are than guys who are I guess what's the word I want to use? Guys who are going through the more traditional route. Tim
Yeah.
Dillon
Right,
is
annoy-
making more money
yeah.
directly.
And they're making better comedy than they would on like I know a lot of funny people involved with Lights Out with David Spade, and Tim Dillon was on it, and Tim's segments on that show were not as funny as the shit he would just put out on YouTube by himself. you
Yeah,
know?
because they had to water it down for a network TV audience or whatever.
Of course, because every segment gets like a fucking pages of network notes from fucking 24-year-olds. I mean, literally, they're all 24 years old there, who are the people giving the notes.
Mhm.
And like, what the fuck does a 24-year-old have to say about Tim Dillon's comedy? You know,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like, why are we? You know, I mean, but I also find it more inspiring that going outside the industry shit than like
Well,
maybe
that's
just
why-
because that's the only route I see for myself anymore. Whereas if this was the 90s, I'd be on SNL by now, man. I'm a comic out of time. I'm unstuck in time.
I'll find myself thinking things like that, but I also have the self-awareness to be like, yeah, if this was 2005 when unfunny people were on television,
Yeah.
because there weren't like if this
Yeah.
was back when there weren't enough comedians for the opportunities available, I would be on
You know, it is fun to go through Premium Blend and just see how many people you do not recognize anymore, too.
Yeah,
So it's
how,
like,
how many people are selling cars now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually something I used to do with Isaac, was we just watched Premium Blends, and it was just like like just mediocre sets from random white guys who we've never fucking heard of.
Yeah, and you
It's
look up their
actually-
IMDb and it's just premium blend.
yeah.
So it's like it's hard because it's, I don't know, like in my heart I know I'm not like a great stand-up comedian, but it's like I live in a time now where the people who get to do it aren't good, and then I look at the past and a lot of the people who got to do it aren't good, and it's like why am I doing this in the one time in history where like
Yeah. Also, I'll contend you're funnier than a lot of the people I know that are like making
Brandon, it's so funny.
like
the way
we don't
you
have to
feel
get
about
we don't
this-
have to be Bill Burr, but like
Right,
we
yeah.
should be getting more than we are, you know? I
the
don't
way
know.
that you
I didn't
feel
mean to be
about,
that
like,
guy.
why was I born into this specific moment in time? Like, we're like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel about, like, global warming.
I mean, yeah, obviously there's that too. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a conversation about comedy, which is no longer the most important thing in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're eulogizing it and we're shitting on it. You know what we're doing?
Yes.
We're the Sopranos episode where at the eulogy, Carmela goes off on how shitty Livia was. That comedy is Livia Soprano.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy right now, like comedy in its
Yeah.
current state, is that episode where like Livia's actress had already died, but she's being
Yeah.
kept alive by like artificial technology.
Yeah,
CGI.
and much
CGI
like the
Livia.
Sopranos, we then have to like we then need to replan everything that was going to come afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
my
like,
god.
Oh fuck. We were supposed to have comedy for the rest of this. We
Yeah.
we set up a lot assuming that comedy would be able to be part of it.
Also, it's not like this is a fringe topic, Nick. What was the #1 movie of all time last year? The Joker.
Yeah.
A movie about open mics betraying society.
Yeah.
That's true.
How sick would it have been like if instead of Sam Morrill it had been like fucking, I don't know, like Hannah Einbinder or someone, and
Oh, dude.
and then the
By the way-
Joker comes up so that you have a better contrast of like how good the Joker is. You know, 'cause Sam Morrill's up there doing his act. It's like it should have been a real open micer
Yeah.
or something.
The point of
Yeah.
the Joker was that he was good at comedy, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
took from it, is that he was good at comedy and he had to literally commit a crime to get on late
Oh yeah,
night.
he won late night.
Yeah.
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 In order for us to get on late night, we would have to shoot people on the subway.
Yeah. I mean, look, all press is good press. That's the moral of the Joker, truly.
It's been a while since I rewatched The King of Comedy. I bet I'll relate to it a lot more now.
Yeah. Well,
It's
no,
like
no, 'cause at the
it's
end,
honestly
Rupert Pupkin gets a career.
yeah. Also, his late night set is legitimately pretty good.
Yeah, it's not
Like
bad.
yeah, he's pretty good at. That's like one of the only fake stand-ups in a movie that's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
I actually think that's De Niro's best performance. I don't know, maybe because I relate to it a lot. Don't say I'm him because I'm not him. I'm him. But I think that. But
No, you're
I
Don
think
Draper. Don't worry.
Whew, thank God. You know, I actually got a nice text from Matthew Weiner. I showed Brendan, but he said I'm Don Draper. But anyway.
Yeah, I did see that text. And it's unfortunate that he was mistaken. I think this is a case where the creator is wrong about his own creation.
Oh, he just texted me again. He said Brendan Crick is gay. I don't know what that means, but you know, we'll
It could mean anything.
could be
He said
anything.
Brendan Crick is gay and also Pete Campbell. Fuck. I'm ruined. Man,
fuck.
I wonder what the response to Mad Men would be if it was on the air now.
It wouldn't get greenlit. Too many white guys.
It wouldn't get greenlit, but like it would be funny now to see the response where like Pete Campbell is a racist, and by the end of the show, I love him.
I know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm like rooting for him to get his family back.
Yeah. Pete Campbell, he ends the show as one of the most likable characters. And it's like, oh, wait, we saw that guy rape.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That used to be a rule in prestige drama. I keep saying prestige wrong. I'm such an idiot. But there would be one episode with like an unsettling, horrible rape, and then it would not come back up almost at all.
Well, he's complicated.
Yeah. It's to show that Pete Campbell is an interesting man.
Yeah. I got to say, the Melfi rape episode, I don't think it had to be a rape. There's other things that could have happened.
I will say that
It just seemed like too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
But it is funny.
I wouldn't
watch
change
Tony-
anything about The Sopranos, but I wouldn't say it's invalid criticism to be like, that was unnecessary, and it's also weird that there's only one episode where one of the strippers has a name and then she immediately dies.
That's
I would
funny,
change
too.
shit about The Sopranos. I would change that goddamn stupid freeze frame in the Mike Figgis episode.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, that was...
No,
that was
there's one
I had
where
to like stop
Carmela-
and Google, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
There's another one where Carmela goes like, she's getting back at that guy, or she runs into like a guy she hooked up with, and she's like, "I'm getting back with Tony," and then she walks away, and it freeze frames and
Yeah.
does like
Oh,
a
yeah, I
Star
forgot
Wars
that.
wipe.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
okay.
it's
Oh,
the
that. Okay.
Well, it's the because Mike Figgis. It's like whenever they get a name, because like Mike Figgis directed Leaving Las Vegas and Crash, and so like it's
okay.
a very directed. Like even when they're smashing the skulls and the cameras, like it's very like De Palma what the camera's fucking doing.
I mean, Sopranos is like all medium shots, and then there's like a couple episodes
where they get a director. But what's so
Pine
funny
Barrens
is
is legitimately very well directed.
If you listen to the commentary, Mike Figgis is surprised by that. Like, it wasn't somebody in editing did that, like without consulting with him.
Really?
That's
So it's just so it
hilarious.
was just like somebody else.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta say on this rewatch, it is actually a very flawed show, but it's also the best show. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, it
it's
makes
like
sense.
Breaking Bad's tighter. Even Mad Men, I think, is tighter and has less flaws. Like because The Sopranos, they kind of recycle plots a few times. Like they do the one where it's just a
Dude,
normal guy.
It was also, I mean,
that they're
So many
friends with.
like season 2 and season 3, somebody like Richie Aprile and fucking Joey Pants'
Ralphie?
character, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, and I actually think I'll contend that Ralphie is a much better version of Jackie because I think Ralphie
agree.
is fucking awesome.
But,
But I know what you mean.
Yeah, it feels like the test run. It feels like the road test for.
I agree. That's why I don't like Jackie. That Louis Lemus loves Jackie. I think he's her. I think he's fine.
well,
but
I do kind of like that Janice repeats her life, and that kind of fleshes out her character a little bit more, that like she learns nothing from
Yeah.
the first marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems intentional, but there's some episodes where it's like there's a few episodes where they have a formula, and I'll give them some slack because it's like the first prestige, it's the first like drama that wasn't like, okay, we have a formula for every fucking episode of everything, but they have like 3 different episodes where it's like, oh, the Tony or Chris is Fred who's not in it, he's not in it, but he wants to get in it, and then he's in it, and then he gets like beat up and shit. You know, it's like that they kind of recycle a similar plot line a few times. So it's definitely a flawed show, but it's just so fucking funny and good and watchable that it's like, okay, well, you know.
Yeah. It really in Sopranos, I'm the character named Brendan who dies in season 2.
Right.
Or in episode 2.
Did you see the clip? I feel like Robbie saw it, but did you see the clip from called Talking Sopranos?
Yeah.
Sopranos podcast, where like
Brendan and I's favorite podcast.
Yeah,
I love that podcast so much.
Well,
It's the greatest.
Michael Imperioli.
It literally makes my Monday.
He's talking about like his influences or whatever, like movies that he likes, and he goes, honestly, the films that John Cassavetes really inspired. And then Bobby Bacala goes, he was in Dirty Dozen, and Michael Imperioli goes, yes, he was in Dirty Dozen, but if you've actually watched his independent cinema that I was exposed to in the 80s in New York.
Yeah, I love the, like, I never would have guessed either one of the, like, what they are in real life. Where, like, Chris in real life, very smart and, like, knowledgeable, and then Bobby is just like more retarded than the character.
I call him Bobby.
Yeah.
They toned down Bobby for the show where he plays an over the top Italian guy.
Steve.
My favorite was
Steve Sharita or whatever. He's like, yeah, I play Bobby Bacala, the smart guy.
The Steve Sharita Tim and Eric sketch. Have you seen it? Where,
no. I'm sure I have, but I didn't know who he was at the time.
It's they're eggs that you lay yourself. So you take these little pills and then you shit eggs into the toilet so you can make your own eggs. And he has this incredible line where like you have to make the nest and you do it by like shredding up cereal box. He goes, and this is my favorite part because it's good for the environment. It's so fucking funny.
Their Sesame Street is super funny too.
Oh, it's great.
Also, one of my favorite Family Guy gags is when they just cut to Paulie, live action Paulie, getting offended at a joke about Italians. Hey, Family Guy.
Almost no one in Sopranos like works anymore.
No,
or like a lot of them became like working like actors on like the kind of actors who would come into the bank I worked at, but.
Edie Falco still works.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one else.
They were in The Sopranos because they were in their post Scorsese career. Like they were Italian actors who did well in the late 80s, early 90s. So Sopranos was already like their post career.
Yeah.
True.
Paulie Walnuts was just like a guy sleeping on people's couches.
It's also the first and last show to just cast a bunch of fat middle-aged people. Like they don't really that does not happen anymore. Mad Men was kind of like, what if we made The Sopranos hot? And I was like, all right. You know,
I've always said that's my only problem with Mad Men is that Don Draper isn't fucking fat.
Yeah.
How sick would it be if there was like one season where he got fat? They just made his wife fat, which was also cool.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And Breaking Bad is bald, Sopranos is fat, and Mad Men is hot. And that's truly the 3 pillars of Dudes Rock.
I love Breaking Bad rules. I think I love Better Call Saul better because it's like Mad Men and Sopranos where like sometimes there is not a plot.
Right.
Yeah. I've been watching Better Call Saul. Plot fucking sucks. I mean, that's the thing. The Sopranos plot is fucking nonsense, but I fucking love it because they're fucking novelistic. You know, it's just about characters and mood, and that we need more of that. You know.
Yeah, we do. I hate to cut this short, but I do have to go. Unfortunately, Wait, this is like we got like what, an hour and 45 in the can for this bonus up.
Yeah, this is an hour and a half.
I can if you guys want to keep going. I just have to get home.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like we're close enough to 2 hours that we could probably get 3 episodes out of this.
All right, I'll hang around for 15 minutes then.
Okay,
I'll hang out for the next 15.
Okay, cool.
Damn. I got 3 episode coward hours.
Yes, dude. You're gonna get.
You're behind the double paywall, so now we can really say it.
Yeah.
Which words do we
need
want to say
layers
now?
of paywall.
Yeah. It's like Mario 64. Once you get a certain amount of stars, you can say different slurs.
Yep. If I remember correctly, that is that sounds like a playground fucking rumor. She's like, yeah, once you find the Luigi slot machine, you can.
What N64 game does Tony play with AJ again?
Mario Kart, and he plays it wrong.
Mario
he
Kart.
plays it
He
one-handed.
plays it. Yeah,
Because even the director didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really should have commented more on Mario as an Italian American.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do
This
wonder if
guy's
that
a
was
fucking
choice.
plumber.
I don't think it was, because clearly whoever shot that episode does not know how N64 works.
Well, no, but only just like David Chase was like, all right, we need a paisan, we need a good guy, we need representation in every frame of the show.
Yeah. They do play Mario and Luigi, which, much like everything in The Sopranos, you can read as a deep subtextual thing, or just like a thing they threw together. Just to be like,
yeah, well,
I don't
you
know.
Mario and see, the reason that Luigi games are better than Mario games is because Mario games are about saving a woman, a white woman. Luigi games are about being scared.
Being a
Yes,
Being
scared.
a scared man alone in a house, which is much
Yes.
more relatable to me.
Dude, Luigi, my
yeah.
favorite. Luigi is such a fucking coward. It's so like the funniest thing about those old Mario and Luigi, like the Game Boy Advance RPGs. Every single one of them starts with Mario dragging Luigi by his feet.
Yeah.
Luigi does not want to go do Mario.
I think there's literally one where like you have to use Luigi's tears, like Luigi's a crybaby, and you use his tears to like solve puzzles.
Luigi,
Michael was mentioning to me, I had no idea about this, but that the only Princess Peach game you use her like over emotional reactions.
Yeah, Super Princess Peach. It was criticized for this. Yeah, you have to like she's unable to like modulate her emotions, so you use them to solve puzzles.
Yeah. Man, I love her version of when Mario eats the mushroom and becomes more powerful is when she's on her friggin' period.
Oh.
oh, hey, I don't want to be around for that. Hey, well, how many stars do I get to get out of that, huh? How many fucking, what painting do I got to jump into to get to the land of no fucking bitch wife?
Yeah. Fellas, you know when your dumb fucking wife wants you to take out the garbage cans, you gotta jump down a pipe.
Mario and Luigi's
Oh
funny
man, I
'cause
hate
it's like
when my mother-in-law comes over and I have to eat flowers and burn her.
truly the Italian experience.
Oh my god. In every way.
Mario and Luigi was just like Japan mixed. I mean, why they like how'd that come about? Nick, do you know? Were they just like America, Italian
well,
with
part of-
an acid
Yeah,
trip?
do Italian people know, or do Japanese people know what Italian Americans are?
Mario's design
Yeah.
was just based off of like hardware limitations at the time. So like the closest thing they could make that looked like a guy that looked like a human player was like he had to have a hat because hair was hard to do. Overalls were easier than like there being like a separation. So like, okay, he's a plumber because there was Donkey Kong. He's not a plumber in Donkey Kong. He's not even Mario. He's Jumpman. And then in Mario Bros. They're plumbers because the enemies come out. This is before Super Mario Bros. Mario Bros. Is a single-screen arcade game where enemies come out of pipes and you have to hit them from underneath the floor and kick them away into the water. So it was like most character design was born of like hardware limitation of like what kind of characters can we create that are like legible. And so then once he became iconic, you just go with that. I think he was actually based off of like a landlord that one of like Miyamoto or somebody had. I'm not kidding. Like, yeah.
Wow, that's funny. This guy wants all of my coins.
That's it.
He take my coin and will not fix the pipe.
Oh, he no fixed pipe like mushroom go everywhere.
He's just in a horrible house.
Oh, he come with a brother coward.
Landlord shoot fire out hand and collect insurance money.
Oh, try to take a beautiful white woman.
Yeah. Yeah, the landlord kept breaking in and trying to steal his wife.
Yeah.
Well, but
I
Mario,
have an idea for a game.
Mario had a couple blue-collar jobs in the 80s. And Mario worked on a construction site. Very Italian, very mafia jobs. In Wrecking Crew, Mario and Luigi play like two construction workers, and you just have to like
No
destroy-
show.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking
No
sick.
show jobs.
Yeah,
Mario
All
Luigi
no
just
show-
sitting
Yeah,
in a
you're right.
circle.
all no-show jobs. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They're making their money
Hey,
off the books.
Luigi. Hey, take a load off.
Dude, we got to get a scam going. I'm telling you, dude. That thing I pitched you yesterday.
You're telling me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been saying this
Can
for
we-
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Of the two of you, I would not Nick. Definitely. So yeah.
Yeah.
What's a
Well,
scam?
here's the thing. I was late to the party. I'm a piece of shit now. I'm an unemployed, on the fringe of society loser, just like Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That
thought
was
you
me.
really thought-
Like
Yeah.
you thought it would never happen, huh?
I thought it would never
me.
happen, but now I've chosen it.
Everybody comes to see my way of things eventually.
Yeah.
yeah. It is funny how Nick's lifestyle makes more and more sense every year that passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was prepared. I literally I just saw what was coming. I'm like, I'm gonna get comfortable with this now, so that it won't be a shock when it happens.
In many ways, you moved in with your girlfriend before you got married.
That's exactly what I
and
did.
we're-
dude.
and we all have to rush into marriage.
My
You
girlfriend
sitting
is-
in your car idling, listening to AM church preachers,
Have to
and
do it.
slowly losing consciousness
Because,
as
yeah, the
fumes
CO2.
is another thing that literally happens in Far Cry 5. Robbie, you got to play Far Cry 5. It's
I
calorie
would
hour
love
game.
to. I'm into it. I've heard Far Cry is great. I've never actually played any of them.
It's fine. It's just funny that it's like a game where you play you're fighting an evil Christian cult as a virtuous Christian. You and
That's
like
all-
your pastor friend are fighting.
Oh
yeah.
fuck yeah! That sounds like a
goddamn
Mel
Protestants.
Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a Mel Gibson plot.
It totally does. Yeah. it's
By
just
the
like,
way,
you motherfuckers are being Christian wrong.
Man, I so badly, if you gave me the opportunity to enter any structure in Hollywood, if you said, well, you can pick a producer's office to pitch something, you could go into here, the place I would pick is Mel Gibson's backyard church. His personal
Absolutely.
church.
100%.
I want to break in and just squat there. I want to just spend the night. How do I become Mel Gibson's like layabout friend who lives in his pool house? But
You just tell him that you're
Oh,
not mad at him. You tell him that you don't really care what he said on those calls.
No, say I love your good points, and then you're good.
Man,
Yeah,
we need to
Netflix
get-
tweet.
how famous do you
Netflix-
think we? Sorry, go ahead.
Netflix tweeted out like, what celebrity who's not a comedian would you like to see do stand up? And it's like someone else tweeted, and I think we all are.
That
gonna
was
agree with
not
this.
a rhetorical question for Netflix to ask.
Yeah. No, they were trying to fish, but the answer is clearly Mel Gibson.
Oh, it's gotta be Mel Gibson.
For
100%.
sure. And he does it from the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where he films it.
He does it like that Harlan Williams special where he's in the desert. But it's
I mean, it would be funny if Mel Gibson just like did it for a bunch of like native Central Americans who didn't know what he was saying. So it just
But they
cuts-
just,
it just
but
keeps
they
cutting to,
love
like,
his
crowd shots of,
charisma.
like-
crowd shots of just farmers.
yeah, just looking at him reverently.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just like, is this our god? And there's like cameras around.
How is his voice that loud?
Why did he take off his shirt? Mel Gibson's taking off his shirt. in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stand-up
Well,
special.
people don't know that Apocalypto was filmed the way that in Tropic Thunder they say they're filming the movie.
That's so good. Yes. Mel Gibson's kind of like Nick Nolte's character in that movie.
Yes, absolutely.
How famous do you think we would have to get to be at like the same event as Mel Gibson where you could, because I know me, I would not be able to do this, but throw you in a room in a party, you will schmooze your way into being Mel Gibson's friend.
I've snuck into a few events, you know. I actually think that I could befriend, much like I think that I could befriend Tony Soprano. I think that I could befriend Mel Gibson.
Let's see. So, Michael, usually works on the Oscars, so
True.
we're just gonna have to somehow use that connection to get some sort of PA gig.
He might
While we're doing the PA gig, you just slip into a bathroom, put on a tuxedo, come back out,
Yeah.
mill around.
Right. Do you guys think Mel would get invited to the Oscars again?
Well, he did for Hacksaw Ridge, didn't he? Wasn't he there?
Right. But I feel like there's a big, like, I feel like he got like ultra canceled again.
Well, the other thing is the Oscars even going to happen again? Like,
True.
I guess he wouldn't, because the Oscars are they're simultaneously so woke, but also like not culturally relevant at all. Like nobody fucking watches. So like it's
Yeah.
conceivable that like Mel Gibson could be at the Oscars and people watching wouldn't know who the fuck he was.
Twitter would just throw a fit, and they do everything for Twitter for the
Yeah.
Oscars. I swear to
That's the best way to do it, is just like get so old people forget who you are.
Yeah. You're
God.
unrecognizable. Old.
Yeah. It's just like when they
Yeah.
when they would catch a Nazi in like 1998 living in like
Yeah.
the U.S. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, go on.
Yeah. It's like De Niro at the end of The Irishman, actually.
Yes.
All the bloggers are dead, Mel. They're all dead. They're all gone.
Robbie, you and I are probably the best people on earth at making every movie about stand-up.
Yeah, every movie's about open mics.
Yeah, every
single
movie
one.
and TV show is about open mics. Like,
Bringing Out the Dead is actually about open mics.
That is actually about open mics.
well,
It is
this
legitimately about
Sopranos rewatch, I put it on, and immediately he's like, "It's good to be on the ground floor of something." I know that, but recently I'm starting to think like I came in at the end, and I'm just like, "Damn, this is about open mics."
Yeah. Janice Soprano is a lot of female comics, dude. I'm telling you right now. Just like, I'm working on my anger. Oh, Jesus.
It is funny to see how many, like, this is a double paywall take, how many female comics are like barely even functional as human beings.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do stand-up, much less like hold down a job. Like if the only job you've ever had wasn't television writer, you would not be alive.
Right.
Oh
Like you
my
could not
God,
work
yeah.
at like a 7-Eleven. So you'd scream at your boss.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Life is a nightmare, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah, absolutely. But you know,
Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Folks.
folks, it's a nightmare out there. I tell you.
I went to like my first like social gathering event. It was an outdoor event. I know it's not great, but I went to it like recently. It was a comedy thing. And I was like, oh my God. No. I mean, it wasn't a show. It was just like, oh, comics gonna like get together. Like it was basically like a party. Yeah.
It would be nice if that happened, like, not during a pandemic. Like,
I know, right?
so many open
Yeah.
mics, the comedy was the worst aspect of it.
Yeah.
I agree. And, you know, there was a lot of people there that it was fun to see, but then there was just like so many people was like, oh my God, wow. Yeah. Comics fucking suck. You know, I was like, God damn it. Like I've been isolated but it's also been a long time since I was in a circle and one guy was talking to everyone but me in the circle with him. Do you know what I mean? Like I fucking
Christ,
hate that.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Yeah,
worse than a guy
and
holding
some-
court.
And then like talking to a female comic who like made a big deal about like some like semantics thing I said and like tried to like gotcha me on something. It's like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It was just like, I'm just right back in the middle of it. I missed it and I'm right back in the middle of it and it fucking sucks.
I mean,
hate
it's
comedians.
an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It truly is.
It really
There's
is.
no
We gotta get
stand-up.
rid
I'm
of it.
off news. I don't have social media. Those were the 3 worst things for my brain.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, you just got to listen to the president and write it out.
Removing all those things made me so happy that I then got fired on purpose because I no longer felt like I needed money.
Yeah.
I reached
Hey, man, you're
Nirvana and
fucking-
like took the wrong lesson from it.
Yeah. The Zen Diaries of Barn Dog Kark, baby.
Yeah. Look, God has a plan. You get fired on purpose, and somehow you wind up making more money.
Yeah.
It's the worst president
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. You seem a lot happier, I gotta say. You were
I am so
miserable
much
at
happier.
that fucking job. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, feeling physically unsafe every day is really bad for you.
Absolutely. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, it's really true.
It's really true. Work
It's really
sucks.
true.
I know. Okay. Late night, come home. Work sucks. I know.
I know.
I know.
I know. Do we know? Nobody really knows if we're
Nobody really knows. Who can say? But a lot of people are saying it.
They adore me. They leave the roses. The people really love me in this house. They adore me.
Over and over again.
Surprises,
People
these
leave me
little
roses.
surprises.
You know, I recently learned that they left flowers by the stairs. And I don't know what to think of that.
I didn't know they were doing that. Apparently, they were doing it every night. That's how
But
much they like
I
me.
wish them well.
I wish them well. Yeah.
I wish them well. It's really great. It's unbelievable. They say it's for me.
Yeah.
I think it's for me. It's a really nice gift. If so, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let me tell you.
It'd be sick if Trump wished every like sex offender well, like
Yeah.
individually.
Oh my God.
He's like, Ghislaine Maxwell, I wish her well. You know,
How many people has he said
I
like?
wish her well. Frankly, is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
he said. Which-
Chris D'Elia,
How many
I wish him well,
people-
frankly.
How many people has he personally hired that he's now like, he was a fool, lightweight, horrible. He better die in a fucking fire. And now it's like, I wish her well.
Omarosa.
You
is
didn't
is
even give her a
lowlife.
job.
Yeah.
Omarosa is a fucking lowlife, and Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, we had listen.
Yeah.
I knew her well. I wish
The
her
only
well.
two people he has any loyalty for are Roger Stone and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah. I mean, it makes because Roger Stone didn't flip, dude. He's fucking Tony. I was wondering who'd make a worse president, Tony Soprano or Donald Trump. This is my mind, and I said it on Tony Soprano
Tony
because they
Soprano
are
was
the
a good
same,
leader.
except yeah, and Tony is capable of thinking a few steps ahead, which I don't
Yes.
think Trump can do.
Trump, I mean, that's his greatest strength is not being able to think a couple steps ahead because then his opponents can't even
No.
predict what he'll do.
Dude, all you gotta show
No,
Tony
he can bear-
is like you gotta show Tony like animals like dying from heat stroke, and he's like, "We're turning around this global warming shit right now."
Yeah. During Chris's intervention, like all the murder, everything, Tony was fine. Was like, whoa, you killed a dog? What kind of animal are you?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
The fuck is wrong with you?
Tony did get more mad at Ralphie killing a horse than a woman.
Absolutely, because a horse can't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Well,
understand
the
that.
theory is that it was pent up anger woman. He knew he couldn't kill a maid guy or a woman. Yeah.
True.
Could be. I would love to get into like some press room where David Chase is like doing press for some new thing. Like many Saints of Newark, I want to like raise my hand and be like, "Hi, Brendan Crick, The Hard Times." At the end of The Sopranos, AJ said that he might become a pilot for Donald Trump, and my question is, did that happen canonically?
Well-
what about David Jace Avery? And he just writes a bunch of mobsters oversharing with sad drawings.
Listen to Brain Jail.
Listen, friend of the show.
What, are we going to walk on eggshells? They did an entire episode saying that you and I both rape.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I thought we got back at them about that.
I forget what we said.
I said that Ben Avery had a sham marriage and that he was a pedophile. Or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah. I forgot
That
about
was
that
funny.
non-bit that you truthfully said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben
Nick,
Avery is
you
a
hit him
pedophile.
just like Trump. You really did.
Yeah, I really did it. It was really incredible.
I really did. It's very true.
Man, who else should we slander on here now that we're within the triple paywall?
For some reason, with Jace, I love.
I can't do
doing
I cannot
bits
do a
about
triple. If we're
him.
doing a triple paywall, I have to go.
No, I'm kidding.
I was like,
I'm kidding.
oh.
There's a no. What I'm saying is that so the first
the third hour.
yeah the first hour and then we did the second hour. We're almost at the end of the third hour.
Right.
But
Yeah.
once you get past a half hour of the third hour, for each 10 minutes, it's an additional paywall.
Right.
Yeah. We're within so many paywalls right now.
I hear you.
At what point is this just a Twitch stream?
That's how I feel. I agree.
All right. Should we wrap this up? We're at an hour 53.
Or we had now. I thought we hit 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, we're at 2 hours 53. The other one I saved as its own recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
I
good.
mean,
Hey, dude, the fact that in the second and near the third hour we got Trump Blink 182, dude, that's a
Incredible.
first hour bit right there.
Yeah. Robbie, you're so good at podcasts. I miss you.
Ah, thanks,
Oh,
man.
listen,
Ah,
we
I miss
should-
you
we'll
guys
plug it.
too.
We'll plug this in the social for the regular episode, but listen to Loud Boys, guys. Check out Robbie
Please
Goodwin's
do.
podcast,
Yeah.
Loud Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great to pod with you guys again. It killed me that Ari was tied with me for episodes. It fucking killed me.
Yeah, we should have Ari on again though. Wind him up.
Ari's been, yeah, I guess we could do that. Ari's been very confrontational in the DMs.
Yeah, he's got.
Well, I guess Ari has no way of getting a hold of me because I don't have any. I guess no one does.
Thank you, lucky stars.
Yeah.
weird bitch.
All right. Anybody have any closing thoughts?
Oh yeah, so yeah, at Loud Boys. I guess it's like triple paywall, so whatever. But yeah, at Loud Boys Pod on Instagram and follow us on iTunes and YouTube and shit.
Yeah. We'll
Cool.
tag you. We'll tag you in the episode description too.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, dude. That's great.
All right.
Beautiful.
See ya.
See ya.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See the lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.